First, understand this clearly. This isn't about a few unlucky channels. This is a pattern. Channels with 4 million subscribers, demonetized. Channels with over 1 million, demonetized. Even channels with massive reach and consistent uploads, suddenly cut off. And if you look closely, the real question isn't, why did they get demonetized? The real question is, who's next? Because over the past few months, YouTube has quietly taken action against thousands of channels, and almost all of them had one thing in common. They relied heavily on AI to produce content. Now, this is where most people misunderstand what's actually happening. YouTube is not against AI. Let's be precise about that. YouTube is against low-effort, inauthentic, and mass-produced AI content. And if you don't understand the difference, you're operating at risk. Not maybe, not someday. Right now. Because the most dangerous part of this entire situation is this. Channels don't always get a warning. They just wake up one day. And monetization is gone. So instead of reacting later, you need to understand the system now. Because there are 5 primary reasons why channels are getting demonetized. And the last one is something a lot of creators are doing without even realizing it. 1. AI slop content. The fastest way to get flagged. This is the biggest issue, and it's growing faster than most people realize. AI slop refers to content that is generated extremely quickly using AI tools, but contains little to no real effort, creativity, or originality. It's the kind of content where you type a prompt, generate a video, upload. No refinement, no unique angle, no real input, just output. Examples are everywhere. Endless AI-generated animal clips, repetitive motivational videos with stock visuals, random superhero edits with identical narratives. At first glance, these videos may get views. Some even go viral. And that's exactly why people get misled. Because views create the illusion that something is working. But monetization and sustainability are 2 different things. And YouTube knows the difference. From a platform perspective, this kind of content creates a problem. Why? Because advertisers don't want to be associated with content that feels generic, repetitive, or low effort. So YouTube starts filtering it out. Not immediately, but eventually. And when it does, entire channels get demonetized. Now ask yourself honestly, if your entire content strategy is based on speed and automation, how long do you think it can survive? 2. Interchangeable content. The silent killer. This is more subtle and far more dangerous because most creators don't even realize they're doing it. Interchangeable content means this. Your video can be swapped with another creator's video and the audience wouldn't notice. Same structure, same pacing, same voice style, same visuals, different channel name, but identical experience. This happens a lot in AI-heavy niches. Take a category like AI-generated storytelling or animated explainers. Thousands of creators follow the exact same format. They use similar scripts, similar hooks, similar editing patterns, and over time, everything starts to blend together. From YouTube's perspective, this creates a problem because the platform isn't just trying to host content. It's trying to promote distinct creators with identity, perspective, voice. So when your content feels replaceable, it loses value. And when enough of your content falls into that category, your channel gets flagged as inauthentic. This is where many large channels fail. They scale output, but lose uniqueness. And once that happens, subscriber count doesn't protect you because monetization is tied to value, not just size. 3. Mass production. Volume without depth. Now let's talk about volume because this is where automation starts to backfire. Some creators are uploading 5 videos a day, 7 videos a day, sometimes even more. At first, this seems like a smart strategy. More videos equals more chances to go viral. But this logic ignores something critical. YouTube's system doesn't just track uploads, it tracks patterns. And unrealistic production volume is a major red flag because it signals one thing. The content is not being crafted, it's being generated. And when that happens at scale, it starts to resemble a content farm. Now think about how this looks from YouTube's perspective. Multiple videos per day, similar formats, minimal variation. That's not a creator, that's a system. And YouTube is actively reducing the reach of such systems. In some cases, it goes further and applies monetization restrictions because again, the platform is optimizing for quality and trust, not just quantity. So here's a simple rule. If your output speed feels unrealistic, it probably is, and the system will eventually catch up. 4. Fully automated pipelines. Zero human input. This is where things become very clear. If your entire workflow is handled by AI, from idea to final video, you are at high risk. Let's break this down. A fully automated pipeline looks like this. AI generates the topic. AI writes the script. AI creates visuals. AI generates voice. AI edits the video. And the human just uploads. That's it. Now, from a technical standpoint, this is impressive. From a platform standpoint, it's a problem. Because YouTube doesn't want fully automated channels. It wants human-driven creativity. AI is allowed, but as a tool, not as a replacement. There's a big difference. For example, if you research using AI, draft a script with AI, but refine it yourself, that's collaboration. If you generate everything with AI and make no meaningful changes, that's automation. And automation at that level reduces originality, which directly affects monetization, eligibility. So the key principle is simple. AI should assist your process, not define it completely, because the moment your content loses human input, it loses identity. And without identity, there's nothing to monetize. 5. Script recycling. The hidden red flag. This is the most common mistake and the most underestimated. Here's what happens. A creator finds a viral video in their niche, they take the transcript, paste it into an AI tool, ask it to rewrite the script, and publish the result. At a glance, this seems harmless. After all, the words are different, but the structure, the pacing, the logic, almost identical. And YouTube's systems are advanced enough to detect this. Because it's not just analyzing words, it's analyzing patterns, narrative flow, content similarity. And when multiple videos share the same underlying structure, they can be classified as duplicate or reused content. This doesn't always trigger instantly, but over time, it accumulates and eventually, it becomes a monetization issue. Now here's the important distinction. Using content as inspiration is fine. Copying its structure and just changing the wording is not, because real originality comes from interpretation, your perspective, your insights, your way of explaining something. And if that layer is missing, the content may function, but it won't qualify as authentic. Final perspective. So what does all of this actually mean? It means one thing. YouTube is not removing AI from the platform. It's removing lazy use of AI. There's a difference between using AI to enhance creativity and using AI to replace effort. And that difference is exactly what determines whether your channel survives. So instead of asking, can I use AI? You should be asking, how am I using AI? Because the answer to that question defines everything. The strategic shift. If you want to build something sustainable, you need to shift your approach. Use AI for research idea generation, drafting optimization, but always add your perspective, your structure, your decisions, your intent. Because that's what transforms content from automated to original. And original content is what YouTube protects. A question you shouldn't ignore. So now, take a moment and think about your own content. If someone removed your channel name, would your videos still feel unique, or would they blend in with hundreds of others? Because that answer tells you exactly where you stand, and more importantly, what you need to fix before it's too late.